Hey everybody, Meteorologist Mike Slifer here in the First Alert Forecast Center. Thanks for joining us for another First Alert Weather Extra. And we're going to start off with a little bit of weather trivia. On my Facebook page, I asked what the average snowfall is for December for the Hartford area. And there were a few answers that came in. 3.5 was one. Just over 4 inches was another. And here's the actual answer. 10.1. That's right. We typically see just over 10 inches of snow in the month of December for the Hartford area. So far, we are sitting at 2.7 inches after a trace in November, no snow in October. So as we go through the month, we'll see, of course, how this changes. But as it stands right now, we do have snowfall deficits for the Hartford area and for Bridgeport, around 2.5 inches in both locations. So in other words, we typically would have seen a bit more snow by this point in the month. And we aren't too far away from the halfway point that arrives on that's Monday. So we are certainly looking ahead to the second chance, or rather the second half of the weekend for the chance at some snow locally. And this could even put Bridgeport on the map with some accumulated snow for the season. We're expecting 1 to 3 inches of snow for most. So Sunday is a first alert weather day. And by Monday, we have this Arctic air that moves in, a gusty wind, the combination of which will bring wind chill values into the single digits. That's right. It is going to feel cold out there on Monday, so be sure to bundle up. Now, let's take you through the course of the weekend and talk a bit more about that snow chance that arrives in, we'll say 24 hours. About this time tomorrow, we'll start to see that move in. So tomorrow's a big day. The high school football championship games are being played across the state. Various locations, but this sort of gives an idea of how the day will progress. 10 o'clock in the morning, feeling like it's, or rather temperatures will be 28 to 33, maybe feeling just a little bit cooler than that. By 3 o'clock, 34 to 40. And by 6 p.m., 30 to 35. So these are the 3 different kickoff times for the sets of games and a forecast temperature range, if you will. Now, it will be dry the entirety of gameplay time, except for maybe those later games. First Alert Futurecast shows the clouds really becoming thick by the time we get to 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. But watch what happens by 8 and 9 o'clock. We have our first snow showers moving in. And we will start to see more snow develop through the overnight hours. The snow will fill in a little bit more, so more of the state sees snow, and these snow showers continue through Sunday morning. If you're an early riser Sunday, of course, Jill Gilardi will be here. We'll also have our weather tracker out, so you can see what the conditions are around the state. But you'll likely wake up to some snow. So don't be surprised when you wake up Sunday morning and there is snow on the ground. But this all clears out quickly before noon. By 9 or 10 in the morning, we're pretty much done with the snow. We're still thinking 1 to 3 inches across the state. Likely a very light and fluffy snow, except maybe along the immediate shoreline. But again, this should be pretty light and fluffy. And it is shoreline towns that have the best chance of actually reaching 3 inches of accumulation. So some slick spots out there, certainly, especially early on Sunday. But we're not expecting significant impacts in that regard, especially since we see some sunshine develop Sunday afternoon. We will be tracking those snow showers with Connecticut's only live radar starting on Eyewitness News tomorrow evening, so make sure you join us. I'll actually be filling in for Tyler Hughes, and then Jill again is in by Sunday morning, and Tyler will be back Sunday afternoon. So certainly plenty to watch. You can always track the snow that develops from the free First Alert Weather app right from the palm of your hand. Really great tool to have. Earlier today, we were looking at some lake effect snow to our northwest. Not the case anymore. A little bit of cloud cover out there, partly cloudy sky, we'll call it. And the wind has subsided a bit. Earlier today, we had wind speeds that were much stronger than this. Now we're looking at sustained speeds about 5 to 10 miles an hour, maybe just a little bit stronger along the shoreline, but the takeaway here is the same. A calmer wind means less of a wind chill factor. That's also meaning temperatures are going to drop off rather quickly. 20s from Salisbury to Chester right now. We have some lower 30s still for Hartford, Windsor Locks, 30 in Willimantic. New Haven is currently 34 degrees. So we expect temperatures tomorrow to rally a little bit. Tomorrow actually looks like a decent day overall, as we mentioned earlier. And it's Sunday where we really are going to feel that cold start to develop and move on in. So here's a live look on our iCam in Old Saybrook. And we don't really see much going on. A pretty quiet and tranquil night. Here's a live look on our iCam in Rocky Hill, we can see the cloud cover a little bit better from this particular view, and it tells a better story of actually what's happening in the sky, and we'll take you past downtown Hartford. All right, let's talk about what it actually feels like out there right now. Wind chill value is about 20 to 25, give or take. Chester, the cool spot, 18. 27 in Waterbury, 26 Hartford, 27 New Haven. So, again, it just depends on where you are. But either way, the takeaway is the same. It's cold. We'll certainly have to bundle up a little bit. Now, as we take you hour by hour for the remainder of the night, temperatures start to fall. And these are the actual air temperatures, not wind chill values. So we're into the lower half of the 20s inland. We'll say just after midnight. Shoreline towns will bottom out between 25 and 30 degrees. Note the 16 in Salisbury, 18 in Vernon and Willimantic, so a little bit colder in some spots, especially throughout northwestern and northeastern Connecticut. Clouds will be increasing. We're expecting a calmer wind. Your checklist for tomorrow, especially if you're heading to any of those football games: jacket, hat, gloves. What you will not need: scrapers, nor the snow shovel. You can save that for Sunday, especially the shovel. Although it looks like it's pretty light snow, so you might be able to get away with actually just using a broom or something to brush it away. Let's actually show you a little something here. When we say it's going to be light snow, this is what we mean. So typically when we talk snow, you're looking at a ratio that's about 10 to 1. So for every inch of rain, liquid equivalent, every inch of water, it would be about 10 inches of snow. But this could be a rather light and fluffy snow, so that we're dealing with snow ratios that are like 15 to 1 or 20 to 1. So it's only going to take a tenth of an inch of rain to get a tenth of an inch of liquid, I should say, to get 2 inches of snow. And why is this important? Well, it tells us, one, that it will be light and fluffy. And two, it also helps to explain why a storm system that doesn't have a lot of moisture to tap into could actually help to produce what is going to be the first measurable snow for most of the state. So just a little science there, something interesting to keep an eye on. First Alert 7-day forecast is showing the temperatures dropping as we go later into the weekend. 37 for the high tomorrow, 28 on Sunday. Check out Monday, 25 for the high, starting and ending the day off in the teens. And again, those are the actual air temperatures. When you factor in the wind, it will feel much colder. By Tuesday, 32, but we're up to 40 Wednesday, 45 on Thursday. And as we see it right now, showers are likely at some point late next week. They could be late Thursday or early Friday, and they'll be in the form of rain. Along the shoreline, 40 on Saturday, tomorrow, 31 Sunday, 29 though on Monday. But watch the temperatures as they start to climb into the middle and end of next week. Could be near 50 in some shoreline towns by Thursday. So certainly something to look forward to if you like milder days. But we got to talk about Monday here. Wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. It will be a windy day, and this is what it'll feel like. Most towns feeling like it's in the single digits, with a few wind chill values in the northwestern part of our state dropping below 0. So that does certainly help to tell the story a bit. And overall, this December has just been cold. Every day so far this month, except for this past Wednesday, the 10th, has been colder than normal. Not only that, of course, we did have some unsettled weather at times, and we've dealt with some precip too. On the 8 to 14 day outlook, which brings us from the 20th through the 26th. So this gets us basically to the week of Christmas and then through Christmas Day. Shows these shades of orange overhead, indicating a higher likelihood that temperatures will be a bit milder than normal. Now, if you're a Yukon fan and you're heading to the Wasabi Bowl in Boston on the 27th, you might be hoping that those colors get nudged up a little bit, that warmer signal can be in place for Boston. If you remember last year, it was sort of a raw and rainy day. It'd be nice to not repeat that. Just as a point of reference, our normal temperature by January 1st is 37 degrees. And basically for most of meteorological winter, our normal high is in the 30s. So do with that information what you will. We had 9 hours and 11 minutes of daylight today. We have lost 6 hours and 3 minutes of daylight since the summer solstice. We have 4 minutes left to lose, and we'll lose another minute tomorrow. So the silver lining in all this may be that the latest sunset, or pardon me, the earliest sunset has passed us, and sunsets are getting slightly later. So we're moving in the right direction there. This is a final check of the First Alert 7-day forecast. But don't forget, we'll have much more on the wax coming up at 10, Channel 3 tonight at 11. You can join Jill Gilardi tomorrow morning, and I'll be here tomorrow evening. So we hope you'll tune in. We hope that you have a great weekend. and get ready for a little bit of snow out there on Saturday night, Sunday morning.